Alrighty, there we go. Alright, welcome back all you fellow dusty dogs and travelers of the trail again. We are back to Crash Bandicoot, and we are currently going back through and getting the last couple of gems before I head off to fight Cortex and end the run. Well, we got a couple of more left here before I even get back to the front, or back to the boss, so let's go Rolling Stones. Start me up. Start me up and never stop. Fun fact, according to my parents, that was the song that was playing when I was born. At 11:47 in the morning. So why somebody would be playing Start Me Up at 11:47 in the morning, who knows? But that's what I came into this world to. Normally this is a good thing here, but this is actually a bad thing because I need to wait for it to go off. There's a Brio token hiding in there, and I want to make sure I get it. So we'll just kind of sit here awkwardly and wait for the mask to wear off. There we go. Oh shit. It's in this corner here. No Tana tokens, thankfully, so we are good to go. Just the one Brio token hiding in there that I need to make sure I got. But the rest of this should be pretty smooth sailing. As a matter of fact, I'll be even able to use this other mask that they give me here. Let's go! Well, never mind. I won't be able to use it for very long. Already getting knocked off at the bonus. I suppose it did blast through a couple of skunks and allow me to pass through, literally phase through one of the Rolling Stones, so. Not a bad thing. Just not as heavy a use it could have been. And even though there is a pit at the bottom of this, we couldn't fall down here, otherwise I'd die. I guess no way to bring it back up either, so yeah, still would count. Just be a long, slow death, but that's not good for a game, so it just cuts out as soon as you fall. And we get a Brio. I think our last Brio, technically on our run. First one you can encounter, but the last one that will be on our run. Heck yes. And that's it for Rolling Stones. Pretty easy. It's kind of nice because the way I like doing this, going backwards like this is nice, to me at least, because it gives me a breather after having done all those really hard levels at the end. Especially loading like the high road. The high road, slippery climb, lights out sometimes gives me a little bit of trouble. Fumbling in the dark, even though I can do fairly well, it is still a stress run. And then lab. Like, all of those backloaded at the end of the game. Very much appropriately so backloaded at the end of the game, but very much also, like, now I can just take a breather by doing Upstream. Level 5 is one of the last levels I complete in the game. Oh, we're getting a thing right away. Okay. I landed on top of that for a moment. That kind of scared me because I threw my jump distance and timing off for a little. There we go. I do find it kind of amusing how In Crash 1 here, aside from the fact that I keep hitting all these masks, the river levels are like chill, easy, breather levels. And then you have Crash 2, where the river levels are like frantic, fast-paced, some of the most stressful, and one or two of them even require like very specific methods of going around them. Like, such a contrast between the two. The exact same environment, just completely different techniques of taking on the same environment. But I like both of them in their own ways. The 1s and 2 are fun. Also, one of the most memorable toys I had was of Crash on the Jetboard from those levels that I got from I think it was Burger King that did the yeah, I think it was Burger King that did the promo where they got the toys. I don't remember ever being a McDonald's thing. McDonald's was not one that my family frequented when I was younger. Neither was Burger King, but I think they mostly did because they got the toys at it. I remember having 2 in particular because I had the Jetboard one came with one that would came with a box that could be broken into. So you set up Crash. The Jetboard was styled like one of the pullback cars. So you set Crash up, pull it back, and he'd launch forward and run into the thing, and the box would break. Lost the box very quickly. Had the Jetboard for a while. And then they also had the, I think it was just standard Crash toy, but it was just bendy. Posable. That's the word for it. Posable. Semi-posable, at least. As much as you can with his, admittedly semi-weird design where his arms are basically at his neck area. Not gonna lie, that is kind of a weird design point, but I don't know. It works. We love him still. On to the Great Gate, where we're missing a good portion of the level after the exit portal, so we still have... This level's actually gonna about double in length, I think, almost. Yeah, especially considering how quickly this is going with the mask. And there's another one right up here. Ah! Wow, okay, I can't even get that one. Restart. You know, there is another floor underneath it. Well, I don't know why it takes you that long when you've fallen... Like, you know, you take the fallen castle machinery and you can't take a drop from one level of the gate to another. Taking it nice and easy here, even though I probably could have ran through that a little faster, but... There we go. Nice and easy. Yeah, even the bonus rounds are breathers. Especially now that I'm not dealing with any more brios. There we go. We still have 8 boxes left, and they are all on the opposite side here. Oh, one of the thing I wanted to point out about the Croc game, I was literally like so excited upon playing it that not that it's taken over my my Planet Gaming thing, but I was trying to complete the rest of the Insane trilogy. I did manage to finish Crash 2, but Croc managed to get me intrigued enough that I have temporarily put off Warped for the time being. There's a couple of other games I also kind of want to play in the same time. God dang it, I messed up again. I am not supposed to hit that box right away. Doing all kinds of messing up here today. But yeah, so Croc kind of intervened in my usual, like, gaming habits. Turned out a little bit different than I probably would have liked, but oh well. It is enjoyable so far. God dang monkey. But yeah, so should be able to resume that fairly shortly here. Although that being said, I also had another idea of a game I wanted to play in the meantime, which was Thomas Was Alone. It's been a while since I played that little talking square game, and it's very enjoyable, so I want to come back and revisit it. So I probably will do that, and probably will then show it off on stream fairly shortly here, just because, again, for what it is, that's a surprisingly emotionally complex game, and I very much enjoy it, and I think I don't know if it got the love it got when it actually... I don't know if it got the love it deserved when it initially came out. Alright, so yeah. Supposed to break that, then come up here and do this. You can go through this portion, I just find it way easier. You can go through this portion, head back, then break the box and go on the forward side of this. I just find this way easier. Box hiding behind the pole there, and then we're already here. Bypass a good, like, fifth of the level. I'm not going to get this box yet because I'm going to do something fun. No, I missed some of them on the way down, but that was fun. I think I misunderestimated the fact that I couldn't hit the box without a high jump. Basically just depressing the A button. Or in this case, I think it's the B button. I'm playing on the Switch. There we go. We have made it. One more gem left, and then we are technically at 100% completion. I'm kind of deciding if I want to do Stormy Ascent still. It is included. I might at least try for the gem. We'll see. I will have plenty of time after completing the boss. After doing Cortex. Quatex. Now all the way back in the second level of the game. For our final gem. All because of 3 boxes. Whenever mad, so I do actually have to wait this time through. And literally that's all I needed for this thing to do. And while I can hide up there, no purpose, when the rest of the level is just down this way. Just had to go up that one little tower there, the 3 boxes, and that's all I was missing the previous time going through. Well, and the bonus round, but yeah. Nice. Skunk bowling! And I'm not even going to bother with these. That's how easy the bonus round is. You can get yourself 20 extra Wumpa Fruit, but I have 99, so what does that matter to me? I have 99 lives, so what does 20 Wumpa Fruit matter to me at this point? And now the DLC makes it really easy to go all the way back up to the start. Or back up to the final boss. Because all I gotta do... zoom on up to the tower. I will not be doing the Great Hall in its entirety yet. I'm going to wait for that one until after the relics, when we can truly say we have obtained 100% completion. And yep, at about half an hour quicker than I would be on a normal playthrough, we fight Dr. Neocortex.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!
There's the purple ones. The purple ones will hurt you immediately. The green ones you can spin back at him, and the blue ones make themselves extra threatening by moving slowly back and forth across the screen. And of course it starts getting more complex, adding in more times that you need to beat him, and more rapid or erratic methods of trying to screw you over. I usually just take the easy way on this one. It'll sit there. It's not affected by the fact that if you miss one, it doesn't go down at all. It will sit there as long as it needs to until you get your next shot in. This is the most difficult one of the bunch. It's a rapid fire bolt. But if you do kind of a pattern like this, tend to avoid it pretty easily. And then the last one is one shot that can be reflected back. And that's your final boss. And that is the canon ending route. But of course we're going to use the other one as well, but that'll be for later. Not sure how I like how he went stiff there for a moment before the yeehaw, but I think that is internet brain poisoning my brain. I think I get the credits after the other one too, so I think I'm going to skip that for right now. But that's an easy one for me to come back to if I don't have it. And you know what? I know I can do Stormy Ascent's Gem, and we have plenty of time. We literally just started this one. Let's go ahead and do this. Good luck, you're gonna need it. I love that as a hint. Stormy Ascent is a nasty piece of work that requires a lot of weird timing and a whole bunch of, like, leaps of faith. But it's fairly enjoyable. This is about as hard as I can take, usually. Compared to anything, especially compared to anything in, It's About Time. It's a little bit more manageable. But it's still about as bad as I can stand it. They do have the other level in Warped, but that one actually I think is a little bit easier than Stormy Ascent. It has its own rhythm, but for some reason that rhythm is a little bit easier for me to find my groove to, shall we say. Okay, let's wait for you to do that. If I remember correctly, they were trying to put this in as one of, like, the last levels that you can play in the entire game. They would have put, like, Slippery Climb in Aisle 2 for some damn reason. And we made our way to first checkpoint already. Not bad. But this game is very quickly going to take the gloves off. Or this level, I should say, is very quickly going to take the gloves off. There are some nasty pieces of work throughout this level. Such as these right here. And in a rare achievement, I managed to get a mask on this one. Advisable in some places, apparently not there. This Sends me all the way back over here, though. Whoa. That thing seems kind of weird to me, because I think that's the only incidence of that level, of that platform type appearing this level. Big one in Lost City and Sunset Vista. For some reason, they use it once here and then never again. I will at least get the mask back, which I need. I have not been able to make this level through without using a mask at all. That's actually as good as I'm going to get it, I think. There we go. The spikes at the bottom would have killed me if you hadn't figured that one out yet. There we go. Hey, second checkpoint. And now to my least favorite portion, the downward staircase. These things will slide down and in spikes. And you have to kind of maneuver your way through them. Not particularly easy. And then, of course, I do it in the one time. Platform's at least open for a while. And our bonus round, which is another brutal frickin' run. Let's see how well we do here. You can probably also already tell how difficult this is going to be by this. Yep. That TNT activates that, and I have to get into that little tiny area. Gonna be nasty. This is where the majority of the boxes are. This is where a good majority of the boxes are. Or a good portion, I should say, not a good majority. There we go. Okay, so I gotta go... Nope. Went too far. I can't stay on that mid-platform, because if I keep bouncing the top one, it will break. Or actually, wait, no, I have to break boxes on the way over. I forgot about that. Otherwise, I can't. I panicked. Yeah, it's a good thing I saved Stormy Ascent for like, hey, maybe if I finish this early, I can do it. Because it will take probably nearly the whole damn time. So yeah, see, that's what you're supposed to do. Shit! I need to do that like 2 or 3 times in order to be able to get across. Otherwise, I die. Okay, I'm starting to get the handle of that portion, at least. God dang it! It's not quite pixel perfect, but it's pretty close. In order to be able to hit jump, hit box, and then land on the other side safely. Oh, there we go. Fell through the floor again. Doing surprisingly well on the main level, and the bonus round, and this bonus round is giving me trouble. And of course, it's a Brio bonus round, so it's high risk, high reward. There we go. Okay. Now we need to do that. Wait for you. We're almost done, though. And now that we've got ourselves on this one... I think I'm okay with just letting it be. This is not a good position. I don't like this. Much safer. High risk, high reward. Well, we managed to make it through. Okay. Now we have to contend with the rest of the level, and it's worse. So I have to hit here, and then you start throwing the flasks every other one. Then we have to deal with this mess here. God, the speed on those timing platforms sucks. No, I hit the spike. Well, at least this functions as a checkpoint now, so I'm not that far back, even though if it's annoying. This is one of my better runs at this level, though. There we go. That's probably a little bit more accurate how I'm supposed to do that. Let's redo you. Nope. God, that part sucks. You have to do it far back enough to not get hit by the spikes. But they move fast, so you don't have a lot of time to think. We are at the level a little over the halfway point, I think, so we're not terribly far off. It's just the rest of it is going to be a pain. No! I wasn't gonna make it, I don't think. Anyways. There we go. Yeah, see, this is... Can you see how I've been taking like an hour? I can take an hour at like the time trial and still not make it? Shit! I'll take it. I'll show you the farthest point I ever got in the time trial, because it is annoying. There we go. Nope. Can't make it on that one. There we go. Get up there. Still not where I failed. Still not there. This is it. Actually, no, it's not that one. It's this one. Nope. There we go. Okay. This level's nasty. No, wait. No, I made it to here. Fucking. Literally on the other side of that bird is the other end of the level. That's your end point. I've made it to there, but like 1 out of every 20 runs, and it takes me an hour to get there, so very much not there yet. I don't think I'll be trying it this time either. This level's a nasty piece of work. I am going to make it through, though. Just gotta make sure the timing is right here. Got it. Whoops. There we go. Box gem on Stormy Ascent. Heck yes. Hey, and I managed it in under half an hour. 102. Beautiful 102. And we haven't even done any of the relics yet, which I believe might boost me up to 104. Well, let's go ahead. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing this. I probably could have just continued that at that point, but, oh. Insanity Beach. And let's really go for 100% by kicking off on the time trials. Insanity! Skip that, because we already know what the deal is. And crab beat. And goal of the time trial if you've never played these games before. Same as pretty much any other time trial game. Get to the end, but you have these clocks here, these boxes, that when they are yellow with a number on them, they will freeze the time for that amount of seconds on the box. This is not something that was actually included in the original PlayStation version. It was only included in the remaster here. Wait a little bit. And make it at 2660. What does that give me? A gold. Not bad. Gold is our gold standard, shall we say? So I'll be trying to get gold or better on everything. You can get sapphire, gold, or platinum. Platinum being your highest relic time. Sapphire is when you just barely complete it. Gold is kind of in the middle ground, but they want you to try and get gold or better. Gold or better will get you full 100 and... I think now it'll be 104 or 103 or 100, somewhere around there. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. All of those. Oh yeah, you also collect no Wampa fruit. You also lose no lives if you die during a time trial, so there is a couple of things. And a lot of the box will change. You cannot do a checkpoint in these. You can't pause in the middle of it, basically. I can literally pause the game. I cannot, like, go back and turn back time to a checkpoint, though. And you also lose all of your masks at the start of it. So any masks you get have to be regained afresh. You still earn Wampa from hitting multiple enemies like that. That being said, you learn how to exploit the mask usage real quick. Getting full invincibility like this means you run faster, and in cases like these, blow enemies out of the water and phase through the rollers! Absolutely worth it. Especially when you can get platinums! Yeah, this is where a lot of my platinums come from. Exploiting mask usage. Yeah, remember that thing about speedrunning I mentioned earlier? A lot of this. Moving on to level 3. This shouldn't take me very long. Essentially, I probably should be able to get through this one, and then maybe take a little bit more on one other session now that they've started here to finish up the time trials. So I will have another game to play. Basically completed and ready to go by the next time I come in. Play a game after this. Play a game for 3 hours, and then play a game for another 3 hours, basically. To make sure that I have something that I can... Oh, dear. That's a restart. That's not going to get me a good time at all. Particularly heading for platinum times, they can get, like, down to the wire. In terms of needing to do exact things. So, yeah. Gold a little bit less so, but there are a couple of them that are particularly bad. I always have trouble with generator room that usually takes me about 1 or 2 extra tries in order to get through it. Missed a 3. I should still be able to hit gold, though. I do get my mask back, which is also another good thing. And I get a chance to restart anyway, because I missed time my jump. I apologize for not speaking very much during these, but I do tend to be very heavily concentrated when I do this. Time trials require it. There we go. Grab that extra 3 seconds. There we go. Just needed a halt before I continued any further. Yep, you're going to pause and make me wait. Damage boost! Hey, I still managed to platinum. Not bad. We're 2 for 3. I should actually be able to get, at least in this one, more platinums than I do golds. I can do better lately at Crash 2, and at Warped, it tends to be kind of an even split down the middle depending on the day. But definitely here with boulders we are. This is a pretty easy one. Near guaranteed. Pretty much just keep pressing the control stick and do not let go. Meanwhile, I need like a rubber thumb or something because my thumb constantly wants to slide off. And get it. 4640. Perfect. Perfect. On to upstream. Yeah, I'll actually be able to get probably a fair way into this before I have to stop for today. So yeah, it might only be like a little tiny bit left to do tomorrow. Next time I stream. I'm thinking about tomorrow. I don't know. That's going to be nothing when I get the clock. This one doesn't have many time crates. We have a drought in them. So we'll take that 3 as much as we can. Got that one a little close, because that one, the purple one, was about to automatically snap on me, but had just enough time to get through. Same here. 4770. Ah, it's only a gold, though. Couple levels like that, though, I'm really not sure, like, what I could do to, like, boost myself forward that little extra bit. So, yeah, not too concerned about it. Alrighty. Yeah, nothing for the bosses, so Rolling Stones. And you can't actually die before the thing here. A couple of them do that later on, too. Ooh. I don't know if that'll help me later. What will help me later? Nope. I was about to say, what will help me later is hitting the TNT, but I didn't even get there because I forgot the wall blocked me. Through the center roll as much as possible. Yeah. Yeah. Squeaking on through that one. Sets off the other one, which is nice. Yeah, you don't have to be present on screen when they break. You just have to have them break. So time trials make full use of TNTs. TNTs, and in later games they also have the nitro, which will explode everything else around them within a certain vicinity. You don't think you can safely hit it? Just move on. It might get exploded later. And 4711 for this one. Only a gold, dang. Well, we're moving at least. Hogwild, another one that should be pretty easy if you follow the box gem. You'll hit all the time crates and you basically make yourself a platinum easy. There's no way that I can get this to go faster, not like they have for the later ride levels. The hog just kind of goes at his own pace, so it's just as much as I can hit everything else and dodge everything, I should be fine. Later games, in like for example Crash 2, you have Polar, who you can set to boost every once in a while. And in Warped, you have Purah, who will run for as long as you hold down the button. But the hog here in Whole Hog is, unfortunately, not to be spurred onward any faster than he is. But again, we should be getting a platinum for this. Perfect. And of course, they give us a breather stage with an easy platinum right before Native Fortress, one of the longest levels in the entire game. And we have one of the longest time trials in the entire game. I believe it's like 2 something for this. Little sippy. Usually don't try to jump the fires, because they will hurt you. No fire, I believe, can be jumped over in this game, unless you have a crate to boost you. Whoop. Made a couple of decent enough flubs there, I'm going to restart. There we go. That whole intro went way smoother. Also, I don't know how Plant Deck Bigs can be supported on Havelog wood, but yeah, see there? You can try and damage boost your way through for some of them, but I tend to not avoid them. There are very, very specific locations where it's better to damage boost. Gain yourself those couple of extra seconds, and they are not early on. That's not a usual one either, but we'll take it for right now. Ah! Shit! I thought you would be high up enough. Oh well. Can't sit there and moan it too long. Moan it's lost too long. I would have damage boosted to one of these places up here, so I just gotta wait a couple of seconds. Ooh, made it over. And I'm even a little faster this time, so yeah. Shit! Very slight pause, and I would have made it through, I think. But, of course, it is being my first trouble spot of the run, as predicted. Get over before it strikes. Okay, I'm still doing fairly good even with the mask run. So we're good. There we go. Just a little couple extra milliseconds for my spin to basically recharge. Oh, shit. Well, I thought I could make it through there, but I had to damage boost it. Wait for you. Wait for you. Dang it. It's gonna fly. Yeah, I knew it. Come down. That part always makes me amused because it's always like running through like one of those like action movie scenes where it's just like the cool guys don't instant explosions, whole meme thing. Meme archetype, whatever you want to call it. We're not getting that. That's too much out of the way. But yeah, so it's like blow up, jump across, like nothing happened. Cool guy crash. Action hero crash. Oh, fire walking there for a moment. There's a couple of frames where there's flame, but there is no extra. Ah, ha, ha. I have to restart the low level. Okay. God, this might take up the rest of the time here. Still doing all right, though. Damage boosted again. That's actually not a terrible spot to do it in. Gonna have to wait. Cool guy crash, jumps out of the explosion. I think I'm actually doing slightly better than I was compared to last time, so this is actually a pretty good run. Again, definitely a good idea to use the back path here. Okay, let's not try to jump directly into the spikes next time. God dang it. It's flaming. We can't jump. Spike up. There we go. The first little, like, blip of flame won't hurt. It's coming up afterwards that does. So that's why that one was fine. But that's what I also mean about the being able to take on those 3 without having one, in one go. But we're almost to the top. I had to reorient myself. 214. What does that give me? It's a gold. I'll take it. I think we're a little behind right now on gold versus platinum, but oh well. Again, we are hitting the gold standard, literally. So, yeah. Up the creek. Yeah, I'm gonna get like half of these done. I'm gonna get like half of these done before I finish for today. It's going way faster than I would have thought. This is only gonna take like four like little parts instead of 5. Up the creek falls into the same problems as upstream. We're kind of barren with the actual like time crate, so I just gotta go fast. There's a couple of sections that make it a little easier here, though. Not that one. Or at least not the way I took that one. Lol, 0.69. Wow, that was terrible. The 69 joke distracted me. Not the 69 itself, the joke did. That's key. There we go. Yeah, so the stuff like that you can do. At least in this one, that makes it easier for me. Leaf sections are nice because they do give me a little bit of rest on the thumb. Probably make it. If I were to stop on those downward tilted logs, by the way, something I also didn't mention before, I would just kind of slide back on down. And the reason I jump going up them is because otherwise I'm just kind of generally slow going up. But you keep a good healthy forward momentum going up if you have just a gentle, light jump up. Boing, 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 boing like a kangaroo is the easiest. Hey, we got another platinum. And yeah, I haven't even hit an hour yet on this one. Let's go to Lost City. I am leaving a lot of the painful ones for next time, though, so there will be that. I will have plenty of terrible, terrible, terrible time trials for when I come back to this. Lost City is not usually that bad, but of course, it being the first color gem stage, it doesn't make it easy. And there's also a lot of those alcoves we're skipping. For a reason. Whoop. I thought I had a little bit more oomph than that, but nope. It's not even a control input like the other game. Like the other incident was. I didn't try to double jump, I just thought I had more jump. There we go. That's an easy way to do that one. And also, as you can see from the Brio token, there are no bonus rounds available when you are doing a time trial. Gotta do it all on your own, sucker! Whoops, that's not where I wanted to lose that. But at least we get a new one. Alrighty, this section is a little weird. Can I pull it off? Yes! The bounce is the easiest way to get up. And here's where that one aforementioned technique of hitting the thing, like, immediately would help. But yeah, that's what happens to me every other time. So I gotta take it back. Take it back now, y'all. Jump on the lizard. Then you can move forward. But I'm getting lucky with these masks. Whoa, whoa. Right in the line there. Shit. Okay, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving. Okay, wait for it. No! Okay, we're still okay. Just gotta get. Hey, it's a gold. Again, we are slightly behind my usual for some reason, but oh well. I am just happy to be making it. I've also been playing for 3.5 hours, which is more than I usually have been playing lately. And yet, ironically, I am farther in 3.5 hours than I was in... I think this up to this point here was like 4 hours to play? So I'm like ahead of myself compared to how I was playing literally just like a couple of days ago. I'm already running like way faster. Shit. Lost the mask. There's 1 or 2 points where I could have trouble later on, but I think I'll be okay. Firewalking. Not sure of firewalking. There's some firewalking. Shit. I call it firewalking because there's still a little bit of flame active. Reminds me of those people who walk over the hot coals and shit. Even though Crash has shoes on, it shouldn't hurt him that much, but... Go, go, go. There we go. I again lost my mask, but again, I think we should be okay. There is actually a pretty decent, like, sound effect indicator of when it is okay to walk over the flames. That is actually the sound of the fire itself. The sound of the fire peters out a little bit before the fire itself does, and you can actually use that as your gauge as to when it's safe to walk. Whoa, I didn't know if I was going to make that one. Yeah, so the fire was... So the fire sound effect was gone, but the fire was not. It was safe for me to run through. Taking this one a little slower than my usual, but I think we'll be okay. I probably just will end up getting a gold again. Did have some pretty cool instances of firewalking though, so I am not too wholly disappointed with that outcome. Neat. Platinum, hey! And let's see, you know what? We're basically just touching the hour mark. I think I'm going to call it there, though. So yeah, next time we will be completing the rest of these, and I will probably have another game or two squared away in order for me to play pretty soon here. So yeah, that is going to be all for right now. And yeah, so next time we will continue onwards.